Good morning. Happy Saturday. You know what I noticed is that the microphone on here is so good that, like, when I've scrolled back and seen my video, you can hear me drinking the coffee. Is that totally gross and annoying, or do I just overthink that? Because I apologize if so. I didn't realize I was such a loud coffee drinker until now. How are you this morning? Please say hello in the comments as you join up for our Saturday morning coffee. I'm just going to give everybody another minute. It's Saturday. We move a little slower on the weekends and give you a chance to grab your coffees. We got more snow overnight. What's with that? Did we know that was happening? I really haven't paid much. I haven't paid much attention to weather forecasts, so to me it seemed surprising. But maybe y'all knew it was coming. I don't know. What are we gonna? It's gonna be a pretty nice. I'm gonna look at the weather forecast while I wait for you. It's gonna be pretty nice. Friday. Ooh, Friday is gonna be amazing if that's where it goes to. All right. Please say hi in the comments. When you're here, we will get going on this Saturday morning. Hope you're off to a good start so far. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Trellis. So, what I was thinking about for today, because it's Saturday and it's been a long week, and I think I see the general. Good morning, Laura. Or should I say, buenos dias? Uh, People are experiencing a lot of what's now being called the new catchphrase of 2021. Thanks in part to our year, I guess, that we had leading up to, is now there's a thing called Zoom fatigue, which I think we've been feeling for quite some time. Morning, Rhett. And so people are kind of getting tired of being online and connecting in on Zoom and just wanting to take a break from screen time. I get that. So the fact that you continue to still come and have coffee with me in the morning, I appreciate even more so, because I know you're sick and tired of being online and staring at a screen. So thank you. I was thinking today, as sort of just embracing some great energy into our weekend, is that we could share some of our favorite quotes. We've done this a couple of times before in Coffee Club over the past year, and we're approaching like the actual 1 year mark of me being on here every single day to connect with you, which I think is crazy. But I wanted us to share some favorite quotes today. So some of you know, like, people, right? There's a few that we have that we just have memorized in our mind that pops into our brain. They could be a quote. They could be an affirmation that you share with yourself every single day. Maybe it's one that pops into your mind when I say, what's your favorite quote? What's sort of surfacing for you in your mind? What does that look like? I would love you to share them in the comments. And you're welcome to just type them out. If you have like an image of the quote saved in your phone or in your computer, post that into the comments. I would love to just have this feed sharing in some of those favorite quotes, because every once in a while you get these really inspiring messages that, one, maybe it's a quote you haven't heard in a really long time. Maybe it's one you've never heard before. Maybe it's the exact one you needed to hear in that moment. So that's kind of cool. And I always find I also love seeing what quotes resonate with other people, because we all have one that hits, the ones that hit us in different ways all the time, or ones that have been with us for a really long time, if that makes sense. And then others, right? Like quotes, I think, like people, come in and out of our lives as we need them. So I wanted us to take a moment and share some of those favorite quotes today. So start posting them in the comments and share what your favorite quotes are. And I came across one. I mean, I think I've shared it with you before. One of my faves is just from Eleanor Roosevelt, is that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And one that I have on my Facebook right now is, what does it say? I should know this, but now I got to look up my own Facebook page. Hang on. It's about fear. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear, was the other one that sort of resonated with me. And then I came across this one in doing a little research for today, saying that a ship is always safe at shore, but that's not what it's made for. Albert Einstein. I liked that one a lot. A ship is always safe at shore, but that's not what it's made for. What do you think? What are some of your favorite quotes? Barb says, a reason, a season, a lifetime. I was going to make sure I read that right. And people show you who they are, believe them. That's a really good one, Barb, because I think, especially when you're the type of person who wants to find the core goodness in other people, and you can see and like right into somebody's soul when you know them or meet them, and you know that there's goodness in there, but they continue to show you that they aren't. So then you're like, I guess I got to believe them, not me. What do you think? Does that contradict that? I had shared a quote. I'd heard one from the show Yellowstone that I really liked. I mean, gosh, that that show had all kinds of interesting quotes. But at one point, the dad, the super hot Kevin Costner, says, "Words are the weapons of this century, son. Learn how to use them." And I thought that was an interesting statement in learning, I guess, to fight battles more with words than with physicalness, if you take it really literally. But I thought that was an interesting one that I've always said. I don't know if it's just something I have said or if I picked it up along the way. So I don't really give the quote credit to anyone. But I always say this, is your voice is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Morning, Darlene. Jim says, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Barb, that's exactly what you need to watch out for. Ain't that the truth? The universe teaches us so many incredible lessons all the time, whether we want to see them or not. Another one of my favorites, I got a bunch on my phone to share as you're getting yours typed out and finding them, is that your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. That one is huge, right? Because that one, I think it works so much on a personal level, but it also really works in a work environment, right? It's one reminding yourself in your workplace also. Like, I think it kind of covers a lot of gamut: relationship, work, friendship, family relationships, all of those things. So your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. I also like this one from Brené Brown that says, only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power in our light. That's also a really great one. I love quotes. I've always really loved quotes. I follow a lot of quote things on Instagram, and I'm always copying quotes. I think I have notebook after notebook of quotes. I just don't know where I put them, but I love collecting quotes. Hillary shares, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. Buddha. That's a powerful one, isn't it? I think just an all good life living phrase. Don't be a dick. I think politically correctly, it's now become hashtag be kind, but I really think it's more powerful. Just don't be a dick. That's a really good life lesson. How about when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace? Jimi Hendrix. Hmm? See, don't you love quotes? I know you've got more in you. I know you get excited for them. We all have those ones where we find or you like them or you save them into your phone or you think, yeah, I'm going to do that. So keep sharing them. Another favorite that I found just in preparing for today was loyalty is hard to find. Trust is easy to lose. Actions speak louder than words. Jim says another one that comes to mind is I've got things that money can't buy. Yeah. Good morning, Jason. So what else? What else comes to mind when you hear favorite quotes, when you think of something you've heard that inspires you? Affirmations are a really powerful tool. Do you use those? I will admit that I love the idea of them. I want to be really great at them. I'm not a trained affirmation goddess at this point in my life, but I will get there. But I will get there. So sometimes sharing cool affirmations is helpful for people if you want to share yours in the comments. Angie shares her Special Olympics oath is, let us be brave in the attempt. If we don't win, try again till you do. Be brave and have fun at the same time. That's a great oath and a mantra, Angie. Thank you for sharing. What else comes to mind for you? What else are some of those favorite inspiring quotes or ones that are even, as I spill coffee everywhere, ones that are even sometimes just something that's a funny phrase can be something that can be really uplifting in a moment, right? Something that you can remind yourself and give yourself a little bit of a giggle. Hillary also shares, I like to repeat the serenity prayer when I feel like things are getting out of control. Yeah, that one is dynamic and works in, gosh, Hillary, what do you think? Every situation, right? Like even in a moment when things aren't, saying the serenity prayer is just, yeah, it reminds you. It reminds you, Trellis, you can't fix stupid. It's also a good, funny quote to remind us sometimes, and quit trying to, right? How much effort have we exerted in our lives trying to do that? We can't. But hopefully, I hope you will take some interesting quotes from today. I'm going to, once the coffee's done, some of these ones that I've read out and shared this morning, I will post onto my Facebook page. So if you liked any of those, then you can share those onto your thing. Kathy, good morning. You're late. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We're sharing favorite quotes today. Do you have a favorite quote or an affirmation that either inspires you or reminds you, grounds you, makes you giggle, whatever it is? I found a Mark Twain one that I thought was interesting was, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. I say that one a lot. I think I'm always saying comparison is the stealer of joy. Angie says Psalm 23 is also a really good one. Yeah. A funny old one. What this country needs is a good 5-cent cigar. Taking a break. Ride life with as. I'm not sure, Jason, if you missed the rest of that sentence or if I just don't get it, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Right. Ride life with a smile. That's a good one. Ride life as ... could be one of those ones we could maybe just fill in the blank for. Good morning, Corey. What else? What else strikes your fancy as a quote that pops into your brain you've come across lately? I know you've been somewhere scrolling and you've saved one into your phone, but I also like, remember that you can't reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. Here we go. My granny always said, well, I think you need the front part of that, Mom, for it to make sense to people. Is it would be, if someone asked her how she was doing, she would say, anyone I can, and the easy ones twice. I don't think she just said that without being asked that first. Otherwise, maybe she did. I mean, she got a little saucy in the later years. How about let your dreams be bigger than your fears and your actions be louder than your words? That's also a good one. And I liked it, though I saved it because it looked like a moon. The person that made the imagery. So again, I'll share some of these quotes onto my Facebook page for those that are watching. I'll try to share a bunch of them on Twitter also, but we'll put them up and maybe in the Instagram stories too, and just share your quotes. So if you have more, if you have images of quotes, send them to me. You can DM them to me. You can post them in the comments. You can, whatever. Send them over is what I'm saying. And I will reshare them in a little quote post, and then we can all share them together. Darlene shares, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Yes, that's also a very good one. Thank you, Darlene. So yeah, keep throwing those into the comments. If later today you're scrolling and you come across a quote and you think, oh, that would have been a good one to share on coffee this morning. Well, you still can. Feel free to post it in the comments anytime. Feel free to DM me a great quote anytime. I'm a collector of quotes. They're fun to just kind of gather. And sometimes, right, you might be in a situation with a friend where you're just like, oh, a good quote could really help them right now. What is that? So then you have like a stack of them at your repertoire now. Just share a little inspiration with our coffee on a Saturday morning, friends. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Enjoy that incredible full moon that we have in our midst today, of course, and into tonight. And have a great rest of your weekend. I look forward to catching up with you on Monday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, my friends. And thank you, as always, for taking time to have coffee with me today.